This is Sneaker Gears. My name is Levi. Welcome to another Performance Gears episode where today we're doing a full review and comparison on the Jordan 33 SE compared to its big brother, the Jordan 33. So let's get right into it. So we're going to have a full breakdown, but if you just want to get the quick snippet, this is what the Jordan 33 should have been right from the start. This guy is very much closer to what the Jordan 3 originally was, just like the 31 paid homage to the 1, 32 to the 2, the 33 SE, which I'm glad they called it the SE, and in my experience, the SE has always been a little bit better than the regular model from the 28 SE. If you guys go back to the, the 18 and a half, which is kind of the SE, the 19 SE, those were all a little bit better than the actual models, and this is no different. Really like this shoe, and that's straight on the onset, but we'll get into why, starting with the fit. All right, so the fit on the Jordan 33 SE actually has a lot more similarities to the regular 33 than I thought. So just taking a look here, right down the middle, you can see these red straps, and the rope, which you can see kind of right here, is actually attached to the end of these straps, and I'll see if I can get a close-up of that here. So it actually pulls you down from the same points right here and right here as the regular 33. So those 2 points are pulling you in, your midfoot is pulling you down, and then it uses these straps right here to actually pull you back into the heel while pulling you back down. So the lockdown for me was really good. The fit for me was even better. As a wide footer, I found the 33 SEs to just be a lot more friendly. Now, if you have a high instep, you absolutely have to go half a size. I tried a 12 and a half, which is very rare, and I was surprised that Nike Town in Chicago had them, and I literally could not get my foot inside here. Like, this is not open far enough to actually get my foot in on my true size of a 12 and a half. Went up to the 13, and it's still kind of a hassle. There's not much opening here, but it works once my foot's inside. You do have plenty of space here for your instep, but getting your foot in, this one you definitely want to try on. If you know you have a high instep, you might have some issues. As a wide footer, I just felt the materials here were a little bit softer comparatively to the regular one, and I just had a lot better time in this shoe. Now, it did take some break-in, and my initial review, if you guys did see that, the fit seemed to pull really right on the midfoot, and I wasn't getting as much lockdown on the forefoot or the heel. I did listen to one of my subscribers. You guys commented saying, hey, why don't you hit your heel back so when it tightens, you're in the same position in your foot. Did that, and actually did work a lot better. So when you tighten these things, you want to make sure your foot is as far back as possible so it can actually draw you back into the heel and tighten properly. So anyway, after a few hours, these played fantastic. Really like the fit on these. Now, compared to the 33 high, essentially, let's take a look here. The 33 high is using, as opposed to using these ropes, it's using that Velcro strap. So Stangen Hoops on Instagram, if you guys want to follow him, he was saying, and in the most recent comment, he feels like he can tighten this almost too much, which is a good thing. The lockdown is incredible on the 33s, whereas the 33 SE, it feels it's just right, it's just enough, and he hasn't put enough playtime in it yet. From my experience, I kind of agree with that, and I have put in the hours, and the fit on this just feels a lot better. Now, this does feel in the 33 where you can really torque it down, you really feel like you're locked into the shoe, but you have just a giant heel cup on this, and for me, it just plays a little bit more clunky. For me, this does have more support, and we'll get to that in a moment, but I can't say it benefits the shoe. It doesn't really make it better. So as far as fit, definitely go up half a size. Definitely wide foot friendly, so you guys are going to be okay. And as far as the Fastfit system, we'll touch on that right now. I just feel it's been a lot more reliable. Going to Nike Town and actually trying every single colorway, how it tightened was different for each shoe I went. So some shoes, when you pull on it, you hear that? It has a nice tightening effect. It feels solid. You're good to go. Some shoes, you actually have to pull on the left side or the right side. And the fact that every shoe is slightly different really gives me pause because I've had a pair break. On this one, you only have the straps here on the inside. if you look at the 33, and I'll get a close up there, this has the internal straps as well, which is kind of cool, similar, but you also have an external strap on top of it. So you're getting literally twice as much lockdown on this, but it's not really needed. I can't say that twice as much lockdown is better. So you're getting all this lacing on top, plus the same exact lace structure underneath, plus you have the same pulling of the rope where it is drawing you back in, but then you also have the Velcro strap on this. It feels really over-engineered, and that's partly why I feel less safe wearing those as far as reliability. This just feels a lot more reliable. They tweaked the Fastfit system, and it feels like something that's gonna work a lot longer. So that was a long rant, but hopefully that explains it. As far as absolute containment, yeah, it's a little bit of a step down, but again, in a good way. It felt like my foot can move more naturally. I still felt very secure, and you still have that nice flat base where you don't have that moving arc and round like you do like on a Kyrie. You still have a huge, this is kind of the shank plate, but the Fastfit system in here also acts as a shank plate on top of the carbon fiber for your flight speed system. So, and that's one of the reasons I really wanted to get a 33 on Jordan, because that flight speed system, the way it propels you forward with that physical kind of propulsion really makes a difference, and I love that feeling going back all the way to the 28s. But as far as the support, just in general, it does a good job. It's just a slight step down. If you're looking for the best support in the industry, the 33 is still tops. This is as hard as you can get, where you have a giant heel cup going all the way back. You have two systems pulling you back into the heel, almost overly done. And then on top of that, you have multiple straps, both sides, pulling you in on the inside and the outside. This is a lot of support, and at least for me, it felt like a little bit too much. So depending if you've had injuries, if you need that amount of support, by all means, get the Jordan 33, because the support on that is no joke. I am 245 pounds. I play quick. I'm putting a lot of force on it, but everyone's different. If you're a more explosive athlete, if you've had injuries, if you're looking for support, the 33 definitely has a bit more than the SE. I think the SE took it down a notch, but in just the right way. Down to the cushion, and this is what upsets me on the Jordan 33. So if you guys have not followed my saga with the Jordan 33, I had two of the original pair of colorways. I've had the ACG colorway, and then I got the Travis Scott colorway, and this was by far the most comfortable with. It feels essentially like a totally different foam setup. So this is very comfortable. The Zoom Air on this feels like it's twice the size. This guy feels more like the original launch colorway as far as the comfort, which is kind of a cross between the Kyrie 5s and the Kyrie 4. So the Kyrie 4 obviously used Cushlon. There wasn't much bounce back, but it had a nice impact protection. The Kyrie 5 actually felt a little bit more cushioned than these guys. I played in them both, one on each foot last night. If you follow me on Instagram, you can check that out. Now, the night before, I was fortunate enough to get the black cement colorway, and this actually felt a little bit more comfortable than the Kyrie 5, but still not as comfortable as the Travis Scott. So I feel like I literally have three different levels of cushion on the same shoe. What is going on, Jordan brand? I don't get it. So as far as the cushion is concerned, one thing they all have in common is the heel zoom. Compared to something that doesn't have heel zoom like the Kyrie 5, you still definitely feel it in there. It's not huge just because it's right in the center as that hexagon, so it's not a full heel cup, which is why even on the Kyrie 4, that actually felt a little bit better in the heel zoom. And the 4-foot zoom is what we're talking about, where you maybe can feel it, maybe you can't, it just depends on the shoe, but it's just a wash. So I am tentatively thinking about getting another pair of the white cements, maybe returning these and seeing if the cushion is better. But if you are buying the Jordan 33, it does fall in line right with your Kyrie 4, Kyrie 5, where you have a fast playing shoe where it does a good job absorbing impact, but we're not talking about a max cushion setup. All right, finally, the traction. Can I do a mic drop? The traction on this is all-time great. It's stupid good. Especially the solid traction, no joke, this is one of the best on the market. This is one of the best ever. I have played, again, with these two on side by side. Huge difference from the clear sole. Now the clear sole is still really good. I don't want to knock it. It's it's not to this level. I played in these two side by side, and unfortunately that milky colorway on this, I actually did slip a little bit twice. And I say a little bit because I did not fall, but if you cross somebody and you slip, you kind of lose the cross. So even though I got past the guy, it didn't matter. I was still collecting myself, had to pass the ball. So that sucks. This, I pretty much don't have to wipe. The traction on this grips like crazy. It is unbelievable. Now, I did play with this against the Kyrie 5, and I finally got a Kyrie 5 4 pairs in later, and I have a video on that that works wonderfully. And the traction on that was almost as good. The difference is I wiped the Kyrie 5, and again, I had one at each foot, so call me the weird guy, at least 6 times in 2 hours. Not a lot. It's not bad. I wiped this once just because I figure I should, and still no dust came off. It's unbelievable. The dust just moves out of the way. The traction on this is ridiculous. If you can get a Jordan 33 with a solid traction outsole, we're talking Hall of Fame status here. So if you're looking for the best traction on the market, this I think is it. And we got a lot of good contenders on that. So that might be a whole video on its own. In conclusion, wrapping up, the Jordan 33 is going to be kind of your upgraded, fast-playing shoe with the best traction on the market. That's quick playing, the only shoe with a flight speed or kind of propulsion system. The lockdown and the fit on it, I think, is improved, but it's not as suffocating as a 33. And you are losing a little bit of support coming from the 33. And even compared to the Kyrie 5 or Kyrie 4, you don't have as much support, where you do have that lateral stability, and it's still, I think, more than enough. So I really did enjoy it. The 33 SE really pays homage to the Jordan 3 a lot better. It's just a shoe I really enjoyed playing in. Now, if you saw my Instagram, you guys can follow me on that. I wasn't sure if I'm going to keep the black cement colorway, just because even though I like the cushion a little bit better, after playing them one time and then playing them a second time, the 33 black cement version did start to break in a little more, and the cushioning wasn't that big of a difference, but it's still a difference. After watching a few of the Instagram feeds where Nightwing and a couple other people said the 33 black cement felt more cushioned, I'm like, oh man, come on, I gotta try those. And they're right, at least on that pair, and this is just one pair, it felt a little bit better than the white cements. But that's the thing with the cushion. Don't quite know what you're going to get. You might get something that's fantastic. You might get something that's more court feel and just does a good job. But that traction is no joke. The Fastfit system of the SE, I just feel, is really greatly improved. And it's overall just a fun shoe. So it's one of those few shoes on the market. I don't know if I can say, hey, I recommend this shoe, but man, I have fun. It is a fun shoe. And again, Nike does have that $30 coupon, so you are able to get these at the same price as the Kyrie 5. I may have a video on that hopefully really soon, just comparing those two, because they're a lot closer than you would think, especially at the same money. Guys, girls, if you can't tell, the 33 SE did have me excited again. I was really disappointed in the 33, even more so when the shoe broke on me. The styling, the way it fit for my first 3 pairs was just off-putting, and even my Travis Scott's, the right pair actually fits better than my left pair as far as the Fastfit system, or trusting it. So I've relegated those to mostly casual use. So being able to play in the 33 SE for the last almost 2 weeks, having fun with it, having traction that just does not let you down, it is a really fun shoe to play. I've been playing with a lot of other shoes, and it's still one I keep going back to, if that tells you anything. So if you guys have any questions, put them in the comments below. I'll try to respond. Let me know what you want to compare it to. And this one was a fun one. I really did enjoy it. If you guys liked that video, please give it a thumbs up. You can subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell down below. As always, this is Levi with Sneaker Gears. I really appreciate you, and I'll come back at you later.